Yeah, you in the mix, man. You in the mix. Sports mix. Yeah, you in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, they got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny. News and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. Plus he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
What up, y'all? It's the Sports Mix. Kenny checking in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Sports Mix. We on YouTube, we on Facebook, we on Instagram, and we live on all platforms right now. So check us out. Man, I got a special interview tonight. Somebody that was motivation to me. For those that don't remember, you know, I used to get on them wheels of steels back in the day, DJ a little bit. One of my inspirations wanted me to get on them wheels, you know, brother, hip-hop pioneer, Baltimore hip-hop pioneer back in the day, was part of the Baltimore group, the We Rock crew, man. First time I remember, first concert I ever went to at the Civic Center is what it was called back then. The We Rock crew was on stage with the likes of Run DMC, Houdini, I think, was in the building that night. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the Fresh Festival. So that was my very first show. And my guest was a part of that. So I'm gonna bring him up. Want y'all show some love to my guy. Let me bring him up like this. It's only proper that I bring him up this way. All right.
On and off, so check out a funky song. Who number one, said rapping on the mic is my phenomenon. A young lady's in a person like the T.O.P. is my cousin cool Jeffrey G. Who me? Jeffrey G. I'm about to pass it down to Harvard. A fly girls in the place. If you know me, you know my DJ Terry G. Who me? Terry G. Rock the mind to reality. I make all DJs say stop everything with the We Rock. That's us,
Terry T in the building.
What's up, Kenny? What's happening with you, brother?
What's good, brother? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming up on the show tonight, man. I found that this evening. I was looking for something. I wanted to bring you on proper, you know, but I found that on YouTube. So let me throw that on and bring my man up right, man. So what's good, Terry T? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm humble, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm grateful, man. I'm delighted. I'm excited. I'm on it. You know, all of the above, man.
All the above. And you know, like I mentioned in the intro, you know, you are part of Baltimore hip hop history. I know last year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop, is what they was calling it.
Yeah,
and they had a few celebrations around town. You know, they talked about some of the groups that you know pioneered the Baltimore sound, and definitely big part of my soundtrack. And at that time, I was preteen. I was a preteen at that time,
right?
You know, so the We Rock crew on the AM dial. You know, after school mix used to hear the We Rock crew, and then, you know, in the evenings on the AM dial, and that's back in the time when there wasn't no hip hop on during the daytime.
Right.
So it's a strange time. So we've been around long enough to remember the beginning of the hip hop scene, and you was a big part of that here in the city. So I just wanted to bring you on and give you your flowers, man. Just show you, the appreciation that I had for you, and me and my friends for sure was fans. We used to had y'all on the cassette tapes and walk around the neighborhood with y'all playing. So, to have you on the show and be able to talk to you, man, just about your journey is an honor. So I appreciate you.
Likewise.
So let's start from the beginning. What was your motivation for even wanting to get into music?
So my motivation, man, was I found early on, man, that music was a friend. It's also an enemy based on your mindset. But for me, it was a friend. It was something that I guess it's in my DNA. My mother used to like to dance to it, and I never could dance. I never learned how to dance. But when I found out that I can make other people dance, that was almost as if that was my rhythm. That was the way I got on the dance floor, So and what kept the fire going under that man is that through music, gave me a voice. That's my way of connecting to the masses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you started DJing at what age?
Man, I was like 11.
11.
Yeah. 11 years old. I had what started me off was my brother. He was in the army, and him another guy named Frankie Bolden. We call him Easy B. Okay. And Easy B was from New York, and he used to come when they used to be on leave. He used to have this big boom box with him. Remember the big boom box everybody's walked down the harbor with?
Yeah.
Come with the big boom box, and he's let me hear all the DJs and the rappers that was in the parks of New York. And I was listening to this sound, wicked. I'm like, man, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And he, tried to show me, look, no, they scratching the record. What's that?
Right.
And I think I was sharing with you the other day that first time I scratched the record, I was on my Mother Capone set. Yeah. Trying to scratch. Get out my Capone set. What you doing messing with them records? But yeah, and that's how I started.
I think that's how all of us started.
Yeah.
With them component sets, you couldn't. They had the belt drive, so you had to put a record underneath it, so it would slip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I used to put the record underneath the record.
Yeah. Yeah, so humble beginnings, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Definitely didn't start out with the 1200s and all the top-notch equipment.
No.
So you started off real humble, like you say, with the component sets. And then at what point did you get to where you was actually, with some turntables and a mixer, you was start putting it together?
So I after your parents see that you're into something real heavy, they started like financing my dream, got me a pair of B1s turntables techniques.
Okay.
And I started mixing with those. That's when I found out my buddy Jeffrey G could rap.
Okay.
And Jeffrey used to always come over to my house all the time down in McCullough Homes. We used to practice at. And I got on the radio first.
Okay.
On WWIN with Mixmaster Phil and DJ Richard. They used to mix at the Stars Palace. A lot of people don't know nothing about the Stars Palace.
I've heard about it, but definitely haven't never been.
And after I got on the radio, I asked Mac James to listen to Jeffrey G. Back then they was cassette tapes.
Right.
We put a cassette tape in there, and of course, back then they used to let the crowd, the listeners, that's what they called them, the listeners, let the listeners decide, make it or break it, and the listeners, man, they approved myself and Jeffrey. And after that, we got Universe on board, by way of him and Jeffrey, but they weren't really rivals at first, but they was like competitors, they ready to battle each other, and then instead of battling, they came together, man, and formed the We Rock crew.
Okay.
And our first show was at Rhythmscape with the New Marks, Uno Girls, and a few other local groups, Charm City Crew, you know. And thereafter, we was picked up by a record company called Phoenix Records. And that's when I first got my first set of 1200s, you know. They like was asking like what you need, you know, anything you want, you know. So they financed the DJ equipment and the beatbox I had and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So around what year was that when y'all first started?
83.
83.
Yeah.
Right.
83. Yeah.
So 83. So was it like did y'all start fast or was it a slow grind for y'all to really find your footing?
I wouldn't say it was fast at all. But also I wouldn't say it was a slow grind because hip hop was new.
Yeah.
And the sound of it was new. And people, man, I know for myself when I used to like going to the house parties and the DJ, you know, back then DJs, man, they always love for another DJ to get on. They invite you on.
Yeah.
And another DJ put me on his turntables, man. I get with that scratching and back spinning. Everybody used to stop and like come to the turntables, crowding around the turntables. So I would say based off of, you know, the market wasn't saturated like it is now. It was more, you know, easier to the progress. So our progress was, I would say it was fairly fast.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So y'all getting booked. So how soon before after y'all formed did y'all book y'all first show at the Rhythmscape?
Man, it took us like maybe like I would say like 6 to 8 months. You know, Virgil Simmons, you know, he called us. You know, y'all want to perform at Rhythmscape? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, let's make it happen. and of course, you know, the people they took towards because we was always just like now. It was always about repping the city, and we used to rep our neighborhood. You know, Murphy Homes, Color Homes. We used to rep all over Park Heights. Wherever we went, we repped East Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know, and people, man, they love to hear. You know, they love to hear their hood being shouted out at a major concert and stuff like that. So we always brought the city together, man.
Yeah. So I wasn't old enough to hang out back then, but I remember hearing, you know, you hear all about the little spots y'all would be at. You know, they would always promote them on the radio and stuff like that.
Right.
So what were some of them spots that y'all was hitting back in the day that was real popular around town?
So I'm gonna take you way back when I first got down making hip hop jams and Crazy G's. It was me. I was a DJ with 2 MCs. We was hip hop stars, living large, living fast, doing hip hop shows and making stupid cash. We had it going on. Our jams are so strong. They played them on the radio all day long. Kids looked up to me. Women rode my jock, and we was known all over because our jams was hot. So tell me, do you remember or had you forgot who was rocking Baltimore from 84 to 88 at the Baltimore Arena, Rhythmscape, Cherry Hill, Plato's, plus the Matador. Don't forget Shaking Bacon 4604. It was the We Rock crew. 3 of us, not 2, at Universe, Jeffrey G, and me, not you. So they were the locations, man. You know, Rhythmscape, 4604, the Matador, the Baltimore Arena, you know, Shake and Bake. You know, and man, I'm talking about, man, people used to come out in droves. I mean, we was in Cherry Hill one night, man. They chased the limousine.
Really?
Yeah, they chased the limousine, man. That was a good time, man. Just to be a part of something, man. People were proud. You know, you from their city, and they lifting you up like that. You know, I used to be right on the bus coming home from school with the people running home to listen to my daggone stuff on the radio. I ain't lying, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Yeah. So, what were some of the other crews that was around when y'all was out there?
Oh man, you had the Golden Boys, you had Uno Girls, Sweet Cookie and them. You know, you had the New Marks. You know, they was rappers. No, they was DJs before they came rappers with Kevin Lyles and them. They started off DJing. So you had the New Marks. You had the Charm City crew. You had the Rock Shot crew. Oh man, you had CJ Fresh. He was the DJ. Power Force, yeah. Like Lennon said, yeah. Power Force. You know, you had quite a few, man. Quite a few. And the thing I loved about it, man, is that off the stage, we was all friendly and supported each other. On the stage, we was competitive. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did it for the love, you know.
Yeah. So all right, we can talk about it now. What was the money like? So this we talking early 80s.
What was what like?
What was the money like? So was y'all getting paid to do these shows or
you say money?
Yeah.
What was that?
Y'all just did it for the love.
Man, listen. We was kids. Kids, man. And you know, it's just like any other business, man. They seen our value. They seen the value that we didn't even see because we was blinded by the love for the music. So we didn't see the value that they seen, man. So, man, but sometimes, man, we went home with no money. You know, and it got so bad, you know, where we selling out the Baltimore Arena with Run DMC and them, and the promoter telling us, well, we ain't make no money. Yeah, it got so bad to where our parents, man, had started going in and sitting, being at the door, collecting the money.
Right.
And stuff like that. And, you know, when the We Rock crew, see, when we stepped off the scene, we didn't step off the scene because we was played out. We never got played out. We stepped off the scene at the top of our game because the business side wasn't right. You know, once upon a time, we changed our name to the Murphy crew because, again, the powers that be was trying to rob us out of our name. You know, and once we hired an attorney, we found out that that we could change our name back to the We Rock crew. We just had to change the spelling. You know, so for us, man, it was never no money. You know, it was never no money. You know, we had the name like we would probably had the money. We had the fame, but we didn't have no money. You know, yeah, and that's the glue. That's the source of the glue that brought me back now. And that's how I knew my value. I knew my value early on, you know. I seen all them people kept showing up for us, you know. Yeah.
So talk about some of them battles y'all had back in the day.
Well, I only had one battle, man. Oh, well, as far as the rappers now, you know, we battled the Charm City crew. We battled a couple groups, you know. Of course, we won. But when it came to DJing, man, DJ Spin, like I was telling you, DJ Spin kicked my butt, man. We was battling on Easter over at Plato's.
Plato's Will.
Yeah, on the Easter, man. This guy was rapping and backspinning at the same time. Had me scratching my head, Kenny. I'm like, what the heck is DJ Spin doing? He taught me a great lesson. You know.
He another one of my inspirations. You know, I'm listening to them on the radio on Saturday nights, the Spin set.
See, a lot of people now know him as a house DJ, but
DJ
Spin, man, he was definitely a hip hop DJ, and he.
Now remember, I told you I got some tapes of them too. I got y'all on some tape somewhere. I got some New Mark stuff on tape too. So we definitely gonna link up.
Okay.
And you know, see what you can do with them.
Right.
So yeah, we gonna link up. I gotta find them, but they in here somewhere. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, you know what? I got myself on some tapes too. I was a rapper for about 10 minutes.
For about 10 minutes?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Go ahead, man. Give us 2 minutes of it. At least a minute.
I forgot them. when I find them tapes, I'm gonna have to write my lyrics down like we used to do old school. I had to play the tape back 100 times and write down what I was saying. But yeah, I got some stuff, man. My man, he watching now too. My man KFG. We had a little group.
Okay.
About 10 minutes. We did a couple shows. We wasn't on y'all level, but we was, we had a little something for a minute.
Right.
But then I started DJing after that. I went from rapping and started DJing, and that's kind of what my thing was for about up until about the early 2000s.
Right.
From the late 80s into the early 2000s, I was mixing, what I'm saying, doing parties and stuff. So yeah, that was my but y'all guys was like part of my inspiration, man. Just listening to y'all, coming home after school, listening for the newest We Rock crew or the Terry T mix. So you started with who? Did you start with Mac James, or did you start was you on with WEBB?
Yeah, no, I was on WWIN.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you was on there with the Captain Mac James.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He passed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace to Mac James.
Yeah, he passed away.
Big part of our youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mac James, Chuck Max. You know what I'm saying? AM radio was the shit at that point. You know what I mean? We wasn't.
Yes, it was.
FM radio was really for older people.
Right.
And then like I said earlier, you wasn't hearing rap music only but a certain time of day on the radio.
Right.
It wasn't like now where you can hear rap music all day long. It was just, you turn it on in the evenings about 7 o'clock, 7 to about 10:30, 11 o'clock, you hear some rap music, and after that, it's over.
Right.
To the next day. So that's why we had to have them cassette tapes, you know what I'm saying, with the pause button and hit my song on. Let me cut, let me get this one.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So like you said, y'all didn't stop because you fell off. You stopped because the business wasn't right.
The business side, yeah, we was uneducated, man. We was ignorant to it. Mm-hmm. And like I say, we were blinded by the love, that we had for the music.
Yeah.
Where they was chasing, they was in it, they were getting paid, and we just went home, loving what we've done. It's just that when you got parents, man, they see all these people, they keep hearing all these people talking about you, and they be like, well, let's figure this out now. You got all these people coming to see you. Y'all coming home with no money. What's that?
Right.
Yeah.
So was y'all doing shows outside of Baltimore?
Yeah, we done a couple shows in New York, man, Pennsylvania. Not many places.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our shows was right here in Baltimore because we were local.
Yeah.
We never made it like nationwide or nothing like that.
Yeah. So I asked you,
the rappers when they came down here, like from New York, they knew exactly who we was.
Okay.
I guess Run DMC and people like LL Cool J or whatever. They used to go back and like probably tell them, and Russell Simmons wanted us one time, but we didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know I asked you this the other day when we was talking, but just do it for so the people can hear. Like, in your opinion, why do you think Baltimore hip hop never really got that national exposure? Why it never took off on the larger scale?
Man, because we our logo is Maryland crab, I think.
Yeah.
And it's sad, man. I mean, I really like see it now, but it's like, we hold each other back from even trying to make it, man. You could be in line at the grocery store and somebody just want to jump in front of you, or somebody,
right.
It's sad, man, on all levels, man, and us, man, being, the human race, the people of color, man. It's as if we don't even have an identity, and man, it's just that we don't believe in each other, It's to the point, man. A lot of us from Baltimore back in the day, we speak like we come from New York,
Right.
What up, man,
Right.
Or you want to act Jamaican, and like I was telling you, I think we never made it, man, because we never had our identity. We always wanted to sound like someone else, copy
Mm.
someone else's sound,
Okay.
walk like someone else walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It definitely wasn't because we didn't have talent.
no,
You know,
no,
the
we had
talent was
talent.
there. Yeah, the talent was definitely still here. It's still
Yeah,
a lot of talent here in
yeah,
the city.
yeah, definitely had talent.
Yeah.
Don't even get that twisted, But it's just the powers that be, man. Like for instance, I don't want to say what Kevin Lyles did or didn't do, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he signed nobody from Baltimore all the time, even
Right. Right.
doing his thing. You
Right.
know, so I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to put someone on, or at least give someone a shot
Mm-hmm.
where you come from. He
Yeah.
called himself right now the kid from Baltimore. What part?
Right.
You
Right.
know, I'm just being honest, being real. I definitely appreciate his success and stuff like that, but you know, I mean, do something, help somebody out.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure, man. And I never even thought about that. In all these years when he was, Def Jam, and he just stepped down from I can't even think of the name of the company he's with.
300.
300, yeah, but I can't think of nobody from Baltimore that he took under their wing or none of that. So
No, no talent, and
yeah,
there's plenty of talent there,
yeah,
man. At least get someone, well, for me, like even for my platform with just doing the regular parties, I always put a new DJ on.
okay,
Just to give them a shot so they can know what it's feel like, or they can experience like being on a grand stage with thousands of people right
mm-hmm.
there looking at you and grooving to vibing to your mix or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Just get somebody to experience.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's how we keep this thing going, man, by enlightening and inspiring each other.
I know. One time you had your daughter on one of your tickets, right?
Yep. DJ Fat. So what I'm doing with her now is I got so many projects on the table right now. This club called Sizzles,
Mm-hmm.
Here go my shameless plug. But
Okay,
anyway,
plug.
every first Friday starting in November, I had Charity Productions, taking over Sizzles.
Okay.
And I'm bringing my daughter on as a promoter, the teacher that side,
Mm-hmm.
and as a DJ, but more the promoter, so she can give out the job, so she can keep it going, helping other people. Because there's a lot of DJs that don't know their value at
Right,
all.
right, right. Where Club Scissors at? You might well just put it all out there.
It's on Pulaski Highway, White Marsh, Maryland.
Okay.
11445 Pulaski Highway.
And that's starting in November. You said.
Yeah, first Friday in
All right, so
November, but it'll be every Friday.
every Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep our ears open for that for
Mhm.
when that jump off in November. So when the We Rock crew kind of fell back, what did was it like y'all disband the group, or like what was that process?
Man, um, no, we didn't just ban a group. We we um we picked up another talent called drug addiction.
Mm,
You
okay, tell me
know,
about it.
yeah, of course, and I mean it's I'm well for me when I first used a drug called heroin.
Hmm.
I was always told the benefit of it. What did it do for us? Man, you had sex with this girl all night, or you do this, and you do that. But no one ever told me at the end, a part of my story would become that I was a bum.
Mm,
A part of my story that would become a thief, a manipulator, a liar. You know,
mm,
all those things um, that you wasn't born to be. I
right.
became. I did.
Hmm.
You know. It might sound cliche, but it's the truth, man. I done many people great harm, but most of all, I harmed myself.
Mm,
You know, through drug addiction. It was a
right.
point, Kenny, where I couldn't live with or without the drug.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely.
With or
Absolutely.
without it, man. And And I just thank God and my understanding, man, that I reached my bottom because I never thought I had a bottom. Every time I thought I was at my worst, I got a little lower,
Yeah.
And like I was telling you the other day, man, I paid a high price to live a low lifestyle, and every time I thought I was high, I was really
Wow.
low, yeah, really low, man. And but I think it was all a part of the grand scheme of things, like I was saying to you, where and take this guy, Terry T, right? Um, in the face of his city. You way up here, and he become a bum. Due to drug addiction. That's a painful thing. That's a heck of a fall too.
Right.
You know, but in the and 30 years later, in the face of this very same city that I was once very well known of and became a bum, I was resurrected again.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
resurrected. But this time my story different.
Yeah.
Um, this time my intentions are different. This time my thinking is different. My walking is different. I heard stuff different. And I know that that there's a God. And people always ask me, how is it, man, that you was in a drug addiction, man, for 30 years using a mind altering, mood changing chemical, and you don't have low self esteem?
Mm.
And I always tell people, man, I say, man, listen, in drug addiction, man, I became a lot of things I didn't I didn't think I could become.
Right.
I became a lot of things that I didn't want to become,
Right.
you know. And what those 30 years of drug addiction has taught me, Kenny, is that whatever I put my mind to, I can do it.
Mm.
Because I did it to get high, well, to get low.
Right. Right.
I did it to get low,
Right.
you know. So now I just flipped the script. When I was when I was grade book M&T Bank Stadium, people were like, man, how are you gonna do that? You can't do that. Are you crazy, man? I got high.
Yeah.
People that get high have a special talent. And then not only that, I'm living a second life. I'm blessed. I've been resurrected, man.
Yes.
People don't understand that. So my whole motive, my everything is just different.
Yeah.
It's different. And when it comes to the hate, people they supposed to hate the ones that's hating on me for doing something that's good or mugger. I only can imagine what they would say about me if I was still getting high. But
Yeah.
it's all part of a grand scheme of things, man.
Yeah.
And I love telling my testimony, man, because if nobody else heard me, I heard me.
You heard it. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
And nobody else learned them, I learned it, man, because I learn something every time I speak, because there's this thing called the spirit of truth. And when you start speaking, man, from the heart, man, I hate to sound like a preacher, man, but
Go ahead, do your thing.
Pass me the mic,
Do your thing.
And when I start speaking from the heart, man, it's like in the moment of truth, the spirit, man, starts speaking through me to me, out my own mouth.
There you go.
There
you go.
Yeah. So now I become a witness as well. Although I'm witnessing to other people, I'm also a witness as well. So I think that's what has got my following so much more bigger, because people be like, man, all these people coming out and seeing him, and it's never been a fight. This man be having 2 and 3 and 4,000 people in one room. Never been a fight. How is that? It's bigger than me.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me.
All love.
Yeah. And I'm just grateful, man, that I'm a public servant, because a lot of us don't even know that we're public servants. When you got the initial MC or DJ or promoter in front of your name, you're a public servant.
Right.
People don't serve you. You serve the
Serve the
people.
people. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You serve the people, man. And I just thank God, man, that that I had the gratitude, the patience, and the attitude, to treat people right, because that relationship is an extension of the relationship I have with myself.
Right. Right.
That's all it is.
So, you, like many others, fell victim, what I'm saying, to the addiction, to an addiction. Let me say it like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, 30 years, you said.
30.
30 years.
A dirty 30.
A
Not
dirty
just 30.
30.
A dirty 30.
A dirty 30. Right.
Dirty 30.
And I'm sure as many ups and downs in that 30 years, many times where you might have thought about, I just want to be clean. You may not even looked at wanting to be DJ Terry T again. You might just say, I just want to be where I ain't got to deal with this no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's just me talking. I don't know if that's your how your thought process was. But as you got to the place where you felt like you had the addiction where you could function in a different way, what was it that took you back to the music?
The music never left me. I left the music.
Mm.
I can get on the bus, or I could be somewhere great, get high, and I can hear a song, and boom, I know what I put with that record. Oh man, I put this with that.
Yeah.
I used to always tell my homeboy, Easy Lee and them, I say, man, DJing is like riding a bike. That's all I gotta do is get on the turntables, then I can go. It's just like riding a bike. And a lot of my friends are like, man, you washed up, you ain't got it no more. And I'm like, no, that ain't true. Because again, the music never left me. I left the music.
Right.
So when I came back, the music was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Music was never the problem. I was.
You was, yeah.
And it never was the drugs. It was the decisions I made. I made poor decisions, and then I got poor results. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when my mind was made up, that's my whole foundation, a made up mind, Kenny.
Yeah.
When my mind was made up, man, that I was done. I mean, done. I made my mind 9 years ago on March the 6th, 2015. I say I'm done. When I said I was done, man, I only changed one thing, and that was everything.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that was that was everything, man.
Yeah, I like
that was everything, and man, and I got, and the relationship I had with music was resurrected, man. I started reaching out to some people, and don't get it twisted, because I was clean and doing stuff good. Some people still ain't, some people still was hurting from the stuff I done to them, so they ain't want to hear that stuff. And then you gotta understand that I got high for 30 years, so I used the word "I'm sorry" many a time, so it became a weapon. Saying I'm sorry only to do it over again. But when I start putting forth my own effort, and then people start they start seeing my progress, then they started wanting to help. Some people, not everybody, some people, and like I was telling you yesterday, my greatest hurdle was learning the new technology. Because I left music, records was out. That's when you carrying the crates and the turntables. I come back, they got laptops. I'm like, what the heck,
Yeah.
So dude named DJ R&B, man, he gave me like an hour crash course, and I never looked back.
Okay. Okay.
And the love I had for music, man, I came on. Any other DJ probably wouldn't have done this. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but I don't believe so. Because I think it's probably an embarrassing moment for some people, but not for me. Where I should come on live with just a laptop. I had no turntables or nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to be connected again.
Yeah.
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 And once that medication started kicking in, you know, that therapeutic medication I'm talking about, that's what music is for me. It's therapeutic. Once it started kicking in, man, and it started working for me, I started working for it.
There you go.
And it was never a plan for me to come on to throw parties. You know, when I came back, nobody was on me. You know?
Right.
And you got to understand that I knew that when I left, I knew my value when I left, because I learned that early on. When I was in the We Rock crew, my value, right?
Yeah.
So I say, man, since nobody want to harm me to get on their party, because I never was the type of person who go around asking people, can I get on your party? So I started throwing my own, you know, because I knew my value. I started throwing my own, and I never, this wasn't premeditated for it to be the way it is. Like when I throw parties, big events, that wasn't planned out like that, you know. It just happened.
Yeah.
You know, it just happened. And what I'm doing with all these followers of mine and supporters, I'm opening up recovery houses now, right?
Right.
Because everybody knows somebody that needs some type of help.
There you go.
You know, when you say addiction, normal people think about drugs. Addiction is way broader than drugs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I got a quick question. My man Bill Turner. Bill Turner, he's the DJ as well.
Okay.
Asks you, do you miss vinyl? Do you miss spinning records?
I wouldn't say that. So let me yes. Yeah, so I'm gonna say yes to a certain extent, because when the records left, when you had to carry them records, when the labor left, the respect left with it. Because now you wake up, a person can come on the mall DJing, 2 days later he a legend. You know. You know, I was like, wow. So the respect went out the window with the vinyl.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I miss working with the vinyl, because you had to earn it, man. You know, it wasn't like you could push a cue point on the daggone controller and you got the break. No, you had to look to see where the dog part at, drop that needle there, get it ready, and cut it in. You know, you had to put that work in, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't you going backspin, you just hit the button. Good times, good time. No, man. You had to make sure that needle wasn't jumping on you. You had to man.
Yeah. So Bill used to spin with Junie Jam from West Baltimore.
Yeah, Junie Jam, my man. Junie Jam lived across the street from me.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm Junie Jam's predecessor. Yeah, Junie Jam, that's my man. Junie Jam had all the records, man. Yeah. He used to listen to me DJing out my window. I just had my music up in the room.
Yeah. I still got all my vinyl. You know, I still got all my stuff.
Man, I'm learning more and more about you, man. You got all the vinyl, all your vinyl, and then you got some of the We Rock crew stuff, man. I gotta come over there.
Yeah, now we just be looking at the records because I ain't got nothing to play it on. Yeah, but I got all my records. I'm holding on because at some point I'm gonna get back. You know, but I hold on to the records. I paid a lot of money for them records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, of course.
But you know, too, that was part of it. You know, back then was finding the music and having, sometimes, the record that nobody had and
all of
that stuff was part of the excitement of being a DJ, man. I remember being at one record store, being down DJ's outlet with Mark Henry and them, and they looking for something. He'd call up Ricetown Plaza or Montgomery to like Mike Crosby or whoever was working at the store, like, yo, you got such and such. Hold me one, hold me two. Kenny on the way. So I did that. running around trying to get a record to do a party that night.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was just that part of it, you know, the chase and the excitement of finding a record that was hard to find and all that stuff. So I hold on because of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I hold on to them records, man, and that was like a big part of it. You know,
right?
So
the element of surprise.
Yeah,
you know, man, what's that you playing? And you got the label all blacked out now. You know what it is. You know,
yeah. So like I remember, you know, a couple of years ago when you started doing the lives, because you was doing lives pretty much every night. You know, kind of honing your craft, getting back,
right?
You know, getting back. So I remember I would watch you. You know, I would flip you on. You know, it's like, all right, getting it back, not knowing, you know, what was to come. And you just said, you know, that wasn't in your intent.
No,
when you started, you just wanted to get back into it. You know, get back into your rhythm.
Yeah.
So, what was your, you know, what was the first party you did in this run? This run you on now? What was the first one you did to say, I'm gonna do my own? I ain't gonna get on nobody else doing.
That was at Gentleman 10. It was called the Throwback Jam Explosion, January the 19th, 2018. Yep. And I had like 4 or 5 DJs on there. You know, people, man, I ain't gonna say they bash me, but some people like, you keep putting all them DJs on for, because I'm a DJ.
Right.
You know, and I figure that the more DJs that you put in the pot, it's like putting different vegetables, different stuff in the pot that sweeten up the pot, make it, you know, and to better serve the people. You know, with public servants.
Yeah.
And that's just what I do. You know. Yeah, that's just what I do. Our town, Kenny, is so cliquish, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. You know, you ain't gotta tell me.
It's crazy. You know.
So I'm gonna bring to the stage one of my roundtable guys. He's also a host of his own podcast.
Okay.
And you've been on his show before. I saw it, so I know y'all know each other. My guy Glennie Moore. What's up, Glennie?
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's happening, y'all?
What's going on?
What's up, Mr. Glennie?
Just listening to the testimony, man. So real, and I can appreciate it, man. And people need to hear it.
Yes, sir.
People near here. Now, Kenny, I had Terry T on about 5 years ago when technology, our face was all on the camera, all tight and all that. It wasn't like it is now. I got to get him on again and make it official and interview him again. Yeah.
I remember watching him on there, you know, and saying that one day I'm gonna have him on my show when I have a show.
You
know. Yeah. So hey, but you know, this month, I'm gonna do my little promotion. This month, the 23rd, will make my 3rd year doing the Sports Mix podcast. So, you know, I never imagined when I started, you know, what it would grow to. I just did it, you know, just kind of jumped out there and did it.
Right.
And we still growing, you know, still growing and still figuring things out. But, you know, we almost 3 years in, and I got, you know, Terry T on my show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm good and Gucci, man. I'm honored to be here, you know.
Oh man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And then, you know, it's just take that trip, man. You know, like we can really reminisce about that time, man. That was like the golden era, really, because it was all new, and it was exciting. And like I said, I done said it a couple of times. You know, for the young people, don't understand. They don't know a world without hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all old enough to remember when there was no thing called hip hop. And then when it came, it was only played in a short window on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And so we had to be creative in order to get it. You know, like you say, we had the boom boxes. We would do the pause button tape recordings on the radio, recording our favorite songs and all that stuff, so that we could hear it whenever we wanted to. You know, but that was just a great time. You know, you can never duplicate. You know, we could talk about it and want to see it, but we'll never see that time again. No. You know, but you was part of that history. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely should be saluted and applauded, you know, for the parts you played, you know, for a kid like me running home from school to hear the latest, you know what I'm saying? Or to hear that Re-Rock Crew song. Appreciate you, you know, straight up.
Man, thank you guys, man. My award is the resurrection, man. You know, just the second coming of Terry T. You know, and I noticed that like at my events, there's a group of us there, like you know, our age limit, who don't have a place to go out to, and they always thank me for it, man. Thank you, man. You know, and then they bring in their kids, you know, to show them how we interact with one another and how we the type of music we dance and listen to, man. And then their kids start bringing their friends, and nobody fighting.
Right. Right. Just everybody having a good time.
You know? Yeah, you know, we come out the earth, Kenny and Glenny, where we seen each other, we was beefing, right? Well, we break out in a b-boy stand, you know. Then I spin on my head and do a trick or two dancing, and then pass it over to you, and you know that's how we beef, you know.
That's right. Man, those were the best times, though, man. And Kenny, you're not exaggerating at all, man. We sat by that radio. Well, first of all, just hip hop overall when it was born. And, you know, when we had our own in Baltimore Run DMC, in Baltimore called the We-Walk Crew. And we ran home, set that recorder for that little hour, whatever the show was on, just to hear the next mix, the next song they came out with. It was nothing like it, man. It was nothing like it.
Nothing like it. And I told Terry, I still got some of them cassettes. So
I'm gonna
find them. Yeah,
I need that. I need that, Kenny.
I'm gonna find them, and we're gonna link up, and we gonna have to market that thing. But yeah man. I got some good stuff on there too. But that's that. You know, I'm one of them guys. I be holding on, like, you know, stuff that's sentimental to me. Man, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna keep it until somebody make me throw it away or make me get rid of it. Right. You know, so I got a whole bunch of cassettes. I got a Charlie Rudo bag full of cassette tapes.
Wow.
Yes, sir. I got a Charlie Rudo bag full of cassette tapes. That thing that went for me from my grandmother's house, where I grew up at, to every place I moved to in the last 35 years, man. It's been with me every step of the way.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So, Terry, you know, you talked about earlier, you brought up the name Kevin Lyles and the connection with Baltimore. I'm just wondering, man, no one really blew up from Baltimore, and I wonder why. St. Louis, you got your Texas rappers, you have all these guys from other cities. Why you think Baltimore haven't had that person yet?
Man, like I was telling Kenny, man, we don't, for some reason, man, I don't know why we don't cheer each other on, man. You know, it's a lot of talent here, but it's like that, you know, people, they want to see you do good. Then you start doing good. The same people start hating you for doing good. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. And they call us Maryland crabs, man. So, I mean, we don't have to portray what they say.
Right.
Right. You know, I don't know why we don't want to see each other do good here. You know, it's just baffling that that we act like that we current like that. You know, you would think a person like me, I haven't even made it out of Baltimore, but I came back from a 30-year drug addiction, man. 30 years. Only for people to hate on me for doing better than what I was doing yesterday.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It is.
And I understand it, man, because I work in the mental health field. So I see it. I know it. You know. The only relationship you have to offer is the relationship that you have with yourself.
Right. Right.
That's the only thing you got to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us, man, don't have that personal relationship. You know, you got to watch it, because a lot of people say, I want for my brother what I want for myself. You got to watch that statement, because some people don't want nothing for themselves, and they want the same thing for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's true.
You know,
true.
So to try to answer your question again to the best of my ability, you know, it's baffling, man, why we don't want to see each other do good. You know?
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on the, I don't know how connected you all, how much you pay attention, like the hip hop scene in Baltimore now. You keep up with any of the artists that's here now, or?
So I watch a little bit of it, I listen to it. So you gotta understand, I come out the era of bebop, not trap.
Right.
You know, it's two different vocabularies. You know, and I'm into uplifting. A lot of trap is about, you know, violence, sex, you know, a lot of people, man, with low self-esteem, that's going to identity crisis. I think most of it might be degrading, but you got a lot of people who have talent,
right,
you know, and I think they can make it, you know. I think they can make it. But sometimes we gotta change the message, or sometimes we just gotta be different, and we do have a lot of difference. You know, I like the young guy YG Tech. I think he hot.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few of them.
Yeah.
That's hot. You know, but we only allow each other to get us so hot. You know, Lil Scooter, it was only allowed to get us so hot.
Right. Right.
You know, and I look at, I got this from Universe. Universe was asked the question, what do we think about the state of trap music and Baltimore hip hop? He said he look at it like it's a hip hop CNN where everybody got a story to tell. You know, and if you listen, people hurting. You know, people hurting, man, and it's, you know.
So speaking of Universe, so Jeffrey G passed away, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so rest in peace to Jeffrey G. So what's Universe got going on? Is he y'all still cool? Y'all tight, or?
Yeah, that's my man. Universe just working, man, getting older, staying at home, relaxing, doing the right things, being a family man, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, shout out to Universe. You know, again, man, y'all was part of the soundtrack, man, part of the soundtrack of my life. So, you know, God want to give him a shout out to for the contributions, man. Y'all, you know, because at the end of the day, man, y'all was really like I say, y'all was pioneers, but y'all was kind of the group. You know what I'm saying? For y'all was kind of that group, man. And like I said, the very first show I ever went to, Fresh Festival, y'all was on the ticket. You know, and I told you the other day, you was cutting up
let me work on you.
I never forgot that.
Specializing love.
Specializing love. I never forgot that, man. He was tearing that thing up too. And I was like, man, I'm in the audience, man, mesmerized. I said, man, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that one day. You know, and you know, I got my 2 copies of it, and it wasn't as smooth as yours, but I was able to I was able to put it in the blender a little bit.
Don't trust me. I seen someone else doing it. I got my 2 copies, and you know, and tried it too. So, yeah.
So when you taking a drive on a Sunday, you know, you, the wife, your son, what's in your CD player?
Man, believe it or not, we don't even listen to music.
No, let's do it.
Nope.
I figured that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and not only that, I don't even party.
Yeah.
No, to be one of the hottest promoters in our city, I don't even party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink. I don't do nothing. None of that. The only thing I do is treat people right. I'm a public servant. I'm good at being a servant.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I do.
So when you get these, so what's the process? Like you just did the white party over the summer down at Maryland Live.
Yeah.
So where did your ideas come from? You like, man, I'm gonna do something that at M&T Bank Stadium. Like where did that come from? Where did them ideas come from?
So when I'm doing an event, man, it always start out spiritual first
Mm-hmm.
because it's a thought, you know.
Right.
And the name Citywide All White Affair. So when you hear that citywide, that sounds huge. You know, we're talking about the citywide all white affair. What venue can I you know put our people in that's gonna hold this grand name citywide, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And actually I went actually first believe it or not, I went to a couple local clubs to
Mm-hmm.
do the event, you know. Um their price point, you know, that they wanted from me for the clubs, you know, I ain't agree with them, you
Right.
know. Um, I know my value. I know what I'm bringing. I know what I'm bringing. I know my product going to produce. So once the club was like giving me these ridiculous quotes and stuff, I say, well, I'm gonna call M&T Bank Stadium,
Mm-hmm.
and we negotiated, and boom, that's why I put it at Citywide All White Affair.
Yeah.
And once I started out there at the M&T Bank Stadium, I had to keep it grand. So the year after that, I took it down to the Peninsula, 5,000 people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in front of the first local nightlife promoter to bring an international Grammy Award winning artist, you know, to the nightlife scene to perform. Flew them all the way in from South Africa.
Yeah. What was that? What was that?
Now,
What was her name?
Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw. I don't party neither. I saw the videos though. I
yeah.
saw and it was definitely a sea of people.
A sea of people it
A sea of
was.
people out there.
Yeah. And it came from all across, man, New York, Alabama. They came from everywhere to see this lady. As a matter of fact, I'm being honored October the 10th in New York City for the
Mm.
promotional work that I do in Baltimore City. And I'm
Wow.
being honored with different people from around the world. And
Congrats on that.
yeah, when they reached out to me for the invitation, I was blown away.
Mm.
They say, you know, we're not honoring you per se, we're honoring the work you do, because we was there at your white party last year and we seen all
Yeah.
those people and how they took to you. All those people and how you were surprised when they was trying to honor you, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And we've been watching you ever since. And we just want to honor you on a grand scale. So it's supposed to be on TV and everything. That's October the 10th up in New York City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta send me the info for that so I can check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm posted on my page, matter of fact.
Yeah. So my son asked, did you do a party at the Horseshoe a couple years ago?
No, never been to the Horseshoe. I never
Okay.
even been in the Horseshoe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, I think they got something going on down at the Horseshoe now, and a few people was asking me what I'll be willing to like go there, and I never been there, so I couldn't answer yes or no to that.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right. Yeah.
but my goal is to, well, first and foremost, I'm slowing down after December. I think I might have told you this already.
Yeah, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, I'm slowing down with doing so many events a year, where I had this major contract with a certain venue. I'm not going to mention it yet, to where I'm going to do 2 major events there, and probably 1 small event. So I might just end up doing like 3 events a year, because I'm getting more into like the mental health and hygiene side of my nonprofit, where I'm gonna start opening up different resource centers and recovery houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up. So what type of work do it take to put together one of these events? So just to give an idea of how, it ain't just I'm gonna throw a party, I got the event, buy these tickets. Like what goes what kind of work go behind putting an event like
the
that together?
behind the scene work, right?
Yeah.
First and foremost, I would tell any and everybody, if you don't have at least $50,000 that you could throw in the trash can, put gasoline on it and burn it up, watch it burn, this ain't for you. Because that's how quick you can lose it. The same way you can gain it, that's how fast it can go.
Yeah.
And all promoters, I don't care who they are, mainly myself, you start off in a hole when you're promoting. Because you gotta understand that you're putting money out before it start coming in.
Right.
So you start off in a hole. It's a lot of networking, because every event is it's bigger than the promoter or promoters that's giving it. It's a lot of networking. My biggest stronghold is that I know how to treat people. Not when I'm winning. I know how to treat them when I'm losing. I know how to treat them with stuff going wrong, to make sure that they still feel respected and they won. For instance, last year at the white party, some tables got misplaced, right? And I had to refund those people, their money.
Yeah.
Not that I had to, but that I wanted to. That's my duty, to get them people back their money. And I did that because I'm a business. I'm not just a person who just throwing a party.
Right.
So I gotta move. My whole movement is different. It's just different. And I gotta keep it on a certain level, So that's the main ingredient that go into this work that's behind the scene, is treating people right.
Right. Yeah, so this been good, man. Been wanting to do it for a minute. I know we had talked about this probably last year when when I met you up there at Mark Clark's Motivational Mondays.
Yeah.
We talked about it then. So there's a lot been going on in between then and now. We got it done.
Yes, sir.
We got it done. We got you here. You shared a powerful testimony, man. You shared a powerful testimony, man, just about, the highs and the lows.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And something, a lot of times people don't want to talk about them lows. They want to skip over the valleys, and they want to stay on the peaks. You know what I mean?
Everybody want to go to heaven. Don't nobody want to die, right?
Hey, but I appreciate your transparency, man. I appreciate you sharing your story. This just the beginning. Like you said, you got a plan in place. You're gonna put the big parties on the back burner. You got going get into that mental health space, that doing the recovery homes, man. And that's another powerful tool there, because I mean I work in the mental health and recovery field, so
Right.
I know the need, for those type of resources.
Yes, sir.
So anything I can do to help you, just reach out. I mean, I don't know everything. I know a little something, but yeah, I'll help you out as much as I could. And definitely we're gonna link up just so we can get them cassettes. Get them cassettes
Yes,
to
sir.
you, man,
Yeah,
so you can hear
yes, sir.
some of that powerful AM radio that I used to record back in the day.
Yes, sir.
I'm
waiting for that. Waiting for that call.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. You got anything for Terry Glenny?
Oh man, I just appreciate your testimony, man. Just to just hear the word, the encouraging words that you share. Somebody listening, somebody listening, and it's just encouraging. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the faith, my brother. And I got to have you again on mine as well. And your voice need to be heard.
Yes, sir.
As you said, not just to hear the celebratory part about it, but the resurrection part of it.
Yes,
absolutely.
Sir. Yeah. Nothing like a good comeback.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like it.
Nothing like a good comeback.
America love that more than they love anything, man. They love to see a person on top and take that fall. Mm-hmm. But what they love more than that is a great comeback.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. You definitely preach the night. And you told me the other day, don't let me get on the roll because I ain't gonna stop. I said, I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop you. I'm gonna let it go because somebody need to hear it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to hear it.
And what's the use of going through all that if you're not gonna share it out?
That's Bingo. Right. That's Bingo. Right. That's right. That's Bingo. Right. That's my manure. Mm-hmm. That's how I help others to grow by sharing my manure.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
So before we go, just real quick, Ravens got a big win Sunday night. They let the horse out, and he started the game. First play of the game, 87 yards. They ain't look back. What he had? 199.
I think he was like 6 yards short.
I think he finished 1 yard short of 200. Because the last he was like 195. He broke one for like 4. I thought he had 5. They gave him 4. Mm-hmm. And then when they punted, he never came back in. So he had 199. But I mean, this what they paid him for.
Yeah.
This what they paid him for, to come in there.
And he showed up. He showed up
and he showed out. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to my homeboy yesterday. He said, "Man, I knew Derrick Henry was fast, but to be his age and to be as big as he is, and he could defensive back couldn't catch him.
They couldn't catch him.
Man. Mm-hmm. So I said, yeah. Now, I remember when we had I always tell this story, when we had Steve McNair, and it was like he had it and it was gone. And when it was gone, it was over. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on the back end of his career. And I remember telling Dean, I went to training camp. So you remember the first year he was here, they went 13-3 and lost to I think the Colts knocked them out the playoffs. But the next year I took my boys out to the training camp. Mm-hmm. And I told Dean, I called him, I said, man, we're gonna be lucky to go 8-8 this year. He said, is that bad? I said, man, McNair can't throw a pass past 15 yards. Everything is a dump off. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think he played a game that year. He ended up getting hurt. Mm-hmm. He ended up getting hurt, and it was over. Look, Rob, Cheese said he coming like Dion.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Terry, you be watching the Ravens, you a football fan?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we be on here talking about the games and stuff. Little the sports mix, of course. But we mixed it up tonight. Tonight was a mix up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to put it in the mix tonight. Got DJ Terry T on here. Also, before we go, because we're ready to close out, condolences to Pete Rose and Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
I'm still a big Georgetown fan. Mm-hmm. So I remember Dikembe when he came there. couldn't speak hardly no English, man. But all he did was block shots and rebound and became a Hall of Famer. Because offensively, he was a liability. You know, he became a Hall of Famer, blocking shots and getting rebounds. You know, so condolences to Mutombo, his family. You know, they say he had brain cancer. I remember a couple months ago they asked for prayers for him, but they didn't really say what was going on. You know, they just asked solicited prayers. But I'm gonna send condolences out to him and his family. Yeah. Also to Pete Rose, you know, Charlie Hustle. You know, Pete Rose was one of them players, man, in the 70s and the early 80s. You know,
he didn't get inducted, right?
Nope. I think it's a travesty.
He's a hard-nosed player, man. He deserved to be in there.
Yeah, he should be in there. And he got over 4,000 and some hits. Like, come on, man. He should be in there. But, I mean, I get the gambling stuff. I get all of that. But I think he paid the price for that.
Right.
You know, he was out of baseball for all
you can't keep penalizing people, man.
Right.
You know, we did wrong. Right. If we pay the price, let's let it go.
Yeah.
Well, even like Terry's saying, you won't never make room for a comeback or somebody to be resurrected if you never, you know. Come on.
Right. Yep. So, you know, want to send condolences out to Pete Rose's family, and you know, they probably gonna put him in the Hall of Fame at some point now that he passed away, which I think is lame. But there's when you're in control, when you got power, you can make them little power moves. I guess you can puff your chest out a little bit and say we did something. But he should have been in. He should have been in years ago, you know, in my opinion. And the final one before we go, we just found out today that everybody's television dad back in the day, John Amos, better known as James Evans Sr., passed away. And they say he actually died in August, like a few weeks ago. The family just kind of announced it today.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. They say he died like August 21st. But,
dang.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So yep. Rest in peace to John Amos, man. James Evans Sr. You know, the original real black dad on TV.
Yeah.
You know, but so yeah, man, I just wanted to get that out. You know, get them condolences out, man, to you know, Mutombo and Pete Rose and definitely John Amos before we check up out of here.
Yep.
Any closing words, Terry, before we shut it down?
Man, the only thing I would like to say, man, as long as we stay in position and play our position, things will continue to get better without our permission.
Amen. Amen. Anything closing, Glennie?
Yeah, man, it's homecoming week, man. Come on, man. It's homecoming week.
Okay, Morgan State.
You know, we're gonna get the victory on Saturday against Lincoln. And look, I don't know if you know, I know Cheese was on there. I had a podcast with Sam Brand, Reggie Holmes. They're gonna do a MSU alumni basketball game on Thursday
night.
Yeah, I will not partake. I will just watch and take pictures. These knees will not hit that court. No way.
Done.
I'll just be a witness.
You should have been a coach.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there though. But we had a nice draft show. You gotta check that out, Kenny.
Yeah,
we did a draft show. They drafted back and forth like the NBA does.
Tez Dean, what's up, homie? What's up? We gotta get together. Dantez got a podcast too. That you know, he's a big Eagles fan. He a little quiet this week. They took that L, so I ain't heard him talking this week, and the Ravens won. So good dude though. So yeah, man, we're gonna end it on this. I appreciate you, Terry, for coming on. This ain't gonna be the last time. This ain't gonna be the last time we chop it up. Glennie, as always, appreciate you, brother. You know,
man.
Morgan homecoming weekend. I might have to slide up there this weekend just to show my face a little bit. I ain't been to a Morgan homecoming in a long time.
Come on, Kenny. Come on, stop that.
Yeah, well, I went to Cop, and I went to the better school. You know what I mean?
You had to bring that up. You had to bring that up.
But it's all love. It's all love. We Baltimore. We listen. Ain't no crabs over here, buddy. I'm trying to uplift.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm trying to uplift. So I appreciate y'all brothers for coming on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
We'll do this again next Tuesday. 8:30, 9 o'clock action. Probably at the another Ravens win. They go to Cincinnati this week. So
Henry, 200 more yards for Henry. 200 more yards. Let's go.
Then, I don't think Lamar have ever lost to
Cincinnati.
I don't think what's the name ever beat Lamar when he played the quarterback, Joe Burrow.
But Kenny, I got to say this, and I always say this to you. It seemed like we always played to the level of competition. Right. When it was the Bills, we showed up, but then we'll play some sorry team and lose. Come on, Ravens. Come on.
Yeah. Well, we good now. I told you at the 4 games, I usually give my report at about the 4th game.
So you gonna do that tonight? That's 4 games, Kenny?
4 games, yeah. So I mean, I'm in the 12 and 5.
Woo, you generous, my brother. You
12
generous.
and 5 because it's 17 games, right? We'll make sure I get it right. So 12 and 5. Maybe 13 and 4. We'll be there at the end. We're gonna be there at the end. We'll be there at the end. We had a slow start.
What you got, Terry? Terry, what you got?
I'm going with Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all generous tonight, boy.
Good money. And I don't have no money to put on it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, since we had, Lamar is going to win the games. Not Lamar, but they win games when he plays. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, he's not going to do it by himself. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I just believe, his hurdle is he got to do it in the playoffs. Regular season, he going to do what he do. He going to put the numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
He going to do everything that we say he is. He going to be the dynamic quarterback, all that. He may get another MVP at some point. All right. We know you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to do it in that second season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be as dynamic in the regular season as you are. You got to be as dynamic in the postseason as you are in the regular season.
Yep.
And that's just that. So I believe they're going to be there. I don't really look at Pittsburgh as a threat. I don't look at Cincinnati as a real threat. The game's going to be competitive because they always are. But I think at the end of the season, the Ravens are going to be right there in the mix.
Right.
They've been in the playoffs 5 of the 6 years Lamar been the quarterback.
Yeah, but our kryptonite is Kansas City. That's our threat.
And again,
it's our threat.
we got to beat them. We got to beat them when it counts.
Mm-hmm.
We got to beat them when it counts. Because we talked about it, the playoff game last year. Run the ball a little more often in that game. That game might turn out different.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, man, when Kansas City scored, something in the Ravens felt like we got to try to keep up with them. Throwing the football at. Just run the football, man.
Mm-hmm.
Run the football. Do what got you there.
Yep.
And I think, but we ain't gonna go back. Last year is over with. But we moving forward. But they're gonna be there at the end, and they're gonna have to beat Kansas City. They're gonna have to beat Kansas City to get there. So. With that, go ahead on and wrap this puppy up.
Peace.
But I will see y'all, man. I appreciate y'all again.
Right.